So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. It's going to be another throw. He is through here. This might spell danger. Messi! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, there first. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Beckham, driving through the middle. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. Totti with a real chance here. Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Beckham. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Romario. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see. And that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And here's a player who has defined a generation. Oh, strongly challenged there. It's a really well-measured ball. He's shifting through the gears here. Flamengo still without a single shot on target. Beckham. And Romario! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Totti. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham! And that is a save of real quality, not easy by any means.
Flamengo certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Totti looks to get on the end of this. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's... And Romario! And again! Has another go! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Paris Saint-Germain will be glad to have come away from that scrape unscathed.
Oh, the manager might turn blue here any second. He's probably sounding it right now.
Totti! Totti! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Totti clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 3 coming up. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Rodri, Beckenbauer, Kimmich, brilliantly cut out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Flamengo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, what a ball he's in here! And he's made sure that's not getting through. Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now it's Bellingham. Kimmich. He's gone for goal! Now it's Totti. Bastoni. And it's Maldini. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery was...
Vinicius Junior! Good strong hand by the keeper. And the half-time whistle goes. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Substituição.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you...
Shot a goal! And he hits the net! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit, and that next goal now is absolutely crucial. Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Flamengo grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Check.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation.
Decent hit! They've scored!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Flamengo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bellingham. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. Corner number 4 coming up here. Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. And no, that was never going to make it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bellingham, he's onside. And it's Beckham. Beckenbauer. For De Bruyne. Mbappe.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Kimmich has created 1 goal already. And he's been shifted off it. He's got away. Quality ball. And he was quick to react. And he's intervened well there. Kimmich. Bellingham. And here's Vinicius Junior. Beckenbauer. And it's Totti. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's there to clear it. They're up to 5 corners now. Totti plays it short. Oh, what has happened here? Beckenbauer with the clearance. And he's had a hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Beckenbauer actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
Corner count is rising. That's 6.
Camisa 5.
Defending of the desperate variety.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substituição em andamento.
He won't be happy with that one. Beckham, good strong midfield running here. Tries to get it clear.
Paris Saint-Germain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Kimmich promptly onto that, and that is that. Bellingham, Totti. Oh, shooting chance! And that could have brought them level.
Ah, that could prove a pivotal moment in this match. They needed that goal badly, you know.
Hernandez. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's Mbappe! Now, who's going to be... Oh, he's been caught napping! And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
An opportunity then to pull clear here. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Messi! Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Look at the space here. Hits one! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
This is quite a battle.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No, that's been intercepted. Caught offside that time.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 99. Teremos uma substituição.
That is a great pick out. Chance! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Flamengo take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Hernandez. Mbappe. That is a brilliant interception. And it's Cruyff. That looks a good ball through. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Flamengo have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Flamengo leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Stoichkov was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That has not gone well. Bellingham.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
In with a header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Looking for the runner. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. He's got the shot away! And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked out the run. De Jong! Goal! Flamengo! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Flamengo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Bellingham, he's through here. Mateus, it's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe has a go! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Flamengo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That looks a good ball through. Puyol gets over and intercepts. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Mbappe, and the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
And it's Stoichkov. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. De Jong, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Hernandez.
Oh, great feat, that.
Now it's Mbappe. It's a goal kick. Seedorf. 30 minutes gone. De Jong. Fernando Torres. It's out for a goal kick. Rodri. Hernandez. Oh, super find. Real chance here. He's had a hit. Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And the lead is 3. It is surely done.
Oh, the invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that...
There's the hit! And that is a routine catch.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back-page headlines there.
Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Beckenbauer, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Mateus. It's loose now and they want to get it back. The message is clear, none shall pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the...
Face-to-face with the kick. And the shot! No mistake! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Flamengo are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team...
And the shot! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Flamengo are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And the half-time whistle goes. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will. Ripping things up big time here.
Yeah, I think a first-half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return, and I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Flamengo have continued without fuss to do their thing. They have impressed hugely in the first 45 minutes, and this is the very least they deserve for their splendid endeavours. So off we go once more. Oh, that's well spotted.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Now it's Stoichkov. Great hit! And it's in!
Palmeiras clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Palmeiras to have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Triol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Bellingham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nicely weighted ball. That is ended up in no man's land. And Messi! Messi, Maldini did well to stay calm there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bastoni calmly anticipates. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Hernandez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Neymar. And here's Torres. Now it's Stoichkov. That has been slung wide. Oh, nice touch. And that should get the job done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Stoichkov!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
There's the shot! Bellingham. Fernando Torres, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. De Jong.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, there's a probing ball, and he's intervened well there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Flamengo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, nicely intercepted. No, that's been intercepted. Looking for the run. Aim forwards. Costa Curta going full steam ahead down the left flank. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's being shifted off it. He's played him through. He is through here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up.
And Torres! Not the most accurate pass. Speculative strike. Now that was quite some save.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
Now it's Torres. And Torres! In he goes again! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's intervened well there. And here's Mbappe.
That was lovely, that.
Shot could be on. And it's Gullit. And that's a superb pass. Great chance! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed, and he executed it smoothly.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Deco. Deco going full steam ahead down the left flank. Romario. Now it's Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Romario. Chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's going for goal! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Seedorf. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick, quickly taken. Oh, played right into his path. Fernando Torres. Torres! Gets his head to it! Goal! Flamengo! And they're back in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Flamengo take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Romario. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, no, no circumventing this opponent. Eto'o carries the ball down the right. Spread neatly. Gullit. Eto'o. Seedorf. This is promising. Now the finish! once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
This is quite a battle.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Fernando Torres. Oh, nice touch. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Seedorf. It's Hullet. Now it's Eto'o. And he's picked out the run. That is a great pick out. Big chance! He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Hullet. Bastoni with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe! That was a matter of inches.
Mbappe probably tried a bit too hard then. He should have relied on technique as opposed to power.
Hernandez goes on a charge down the left. Pings it across. Can he finish? Sticks it away. The maestro, the legend, and now the hat-trick hero. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And that means just one thing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Flamengo playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals and nothing to suggest much is going to change. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. So it's back to business.
Flamengo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Seedorf. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Has a look and plays it forward. Kimmich. Some good work on the right flank here. Fernando Torres. Vieira. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Brilliantly cut out.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's tried one! And one more try! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And Deco! He has done it! And they've got their lead back. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation, and once power is assured, any goalkeeper's up against it.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. There's the shot! Really well taken goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Eto'o. He could be in here. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
He has found the way through. Messi. Can he finish?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Mbappe. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Bellingham. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Shapes to shoot. And that is doing no harm at all.
Flamengo certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 8 vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 10. Neymar, substituição em andamento.
Now it's Romario. And here's Torres! He won't be happy with that one. And again! Now that is commitment to the cause. And that should get the... And the shot! And somehow it stayed out. Rodri. That is good alertness. And it's Fernando Torres. Has a look and has a go. Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, it's so very disappointing, but they can't dwell on it. They've got to go again. Simple as.
Well timed, excellent interception. Ernest. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's tidy. Ronaldinho going face to face with his great rival. That's good play. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Bastoni, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
Substituição no time do Flamengo.
Flamengo have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Mbappe. Seedorf wins the duel this time. Ernest. Romario. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Teremos 5 minutos de acréscimo.
Beckenbauer. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And here's the chance to counter. Ronaldinho, he's got away. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. So, another set play. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Ball's out once more. And that is that. Flamengo did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And as you can see, we've already started here. And a header! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Chance here to counter. Davids. Now it's Hullet. That is good strength. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Davids, and here's Hullet. Hullet! That had everyone off their seats.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Beckenbauer. Flamengo still without a single shot on target. Oh, that's well spotted. Great defending, strong and determined. And here's Torres. And Torres! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Fernando Torres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's being shifted off it. Beckenbauer. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's picked his way. Neymar! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Messi! Cleared without complication. Foden. De Jong. Romario, the man we've all come to watch. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into great hits! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Hernandez. De Jong. Almost half an hour in now. Davids is the guilty party there. That has ended up in no man's land. Hernandez. This is De Jong. Now it's Romario. Hernandez receives it in a wide position. Corner number 2 then. Cleared without hesitation. Bastoni. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Now Foden. He's had a shot! They've scored! First blood drawn. How smart was that? Such a delicate finish.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Well played and well cleared.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's fabulous. Romario! And for a moment, time stood still.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
That looks a good ball through. He is through here. Now the finish! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
So that's 2 now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And he's there to clear it. And the shot! Well, that is remarkable.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Takes on his marker. Beckenbauer was in no mood for any of that. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Look, Peter, this isn't good. Their body language is not encouraging, and the manager must have a major verbal impact, or else.
Informamos sobre uma criança perdida. Atenção, pai de menino de camiseta amarela. Dirija-se ao centro de informações.
Here we go again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
That's tidy. And the ball is out of play. Bastoni. Maldini. De Jong is in a really good position out wide. So nearly the perfect ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Short changes him with that pass. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Played into space out wide. He's got away. That's good defending, very good defending. It's their second corner of the game. They get a throw in. Messi going face to face with his great rival, Neymar. Now it's Torres. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's lost, and Romario! It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Now it's Kimmich. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. So, third corner of the game. Big header! And yes, it's there! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this crowd. It's all systems go now.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Messi. He's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Neymar. Terrific header! Romario. Messi delivering the goods as expected.
Well, not only can a player of such high caliber show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Quality ball.
Neymar really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
It's a goal kick. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Bastoni. Flamengo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Gets his pass away. Messi. Fernando Torres.
Flamengo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Zico. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get onto this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Azar. Davids. Flamengo are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He's had it taken off him. Kimmich. Not the most accurate pass. Rafael Leao might just make this. Oh, what has happened here? He's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free. There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Zico! Ah, good steal, he just read it. Tries a shot! Oh, bang on target. So their fourth corner of the game. Climbs up big! That's a half-decent try.
Tomiyasu certainly could have and should have made more of that. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Fernando Torres, and Torres! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
And that has been knocked clear. That has not gone well. And it's Messi. Kimmich has created one goal already. In by Messi. He's got tall. Oh, taken with style. We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
That's at the end. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Flamengo can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.